We're back, season 3, game day. We're coming to bring you week 1. Hey, it's been a long time since November, December. I'm ready for some football, man. Not only do we have football back, we got game day back, but I got a new teammate. My dog right here, Vincent Thorpe, Coach Thorpe with Kinston High School. He's gonna be with us all year long.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be a great analyst to have on the show to give you a coach's insight. Coach, what are you gonna bring to the table?
Man, I'm gonna bring what you consider to be an interpersonal look inside of the athletes, inside of some of the game plans, and just be able to share some of my knowledge and my wealth, man.
Well, I love it. I love to have you. I love to have qualified people like you on set, man. It don't come around often, man.
I'm blessed to be here.
I'm blessed, man. We're blessed. We got football. It's Friday night. Not only do we got football, man, we got some great sponsors. Shout out to our title sponsors, Bojangles, as well to our rest of our sponsors. I'm gonna run those off right quick because they deserve it. We got a long list. We're very blessed. Starting with, like I said, Bojangles title sponsor, Stallings, Sandpiper, Blizzard's Contract Flooring, Patino Painting, Harvey Dental, Chris Humphrey, NC House, Salone 408 and Company, Hasty Mart, Superstars, East Coast Power and Lightning, Kennedy Cemetery Services, Brian West Jewelers, Sugar Hill Pizza, Captain Corners, Chris Humphrey, Allstate Below, and last but not least, 32 Below. Thank you so much for allowing us to have this opportunity, guys. We're very, very blessed to have you as sponsors.
Thank you guys so much.
New season, new stuff to learn. The changes has happened. The NCHSAA made a realignment, and it's going to stay exactly how it is until 2029. And it's a big realignment. It went from 1A, 4A, now there's 1 through 8A. And also the conferences changes. Let's go ahead and catch you up on the conferences so you know where your school is playing at. In the first conference, Three Rivers 4A conference, North Lenore joins Eastern Wayne, North Johnston, North Pitt, Southwest Edgecombe, Washington, and West Craven. This is a very tough conference. Thorpe, what do you think about this lineup?
Man, if I'm honest, man, I think that they're all tremendously balanced, man.
Yep.
I think they all bring similar athletes and similar, demographics to the table, man, but I also feel like they do things a little bit different football-wise, man. I think it'll be what you consider to be a breath of fresh air for some of the other, guys getting away from some of those powerhouse conferences and being able to, get back competitive.
Moving on to our next conference, Green Central joins the Eastern Plains 2A, 3A conference. This is some heavy hitters. Tarboro 2A school, Aiden Griffin 3A, Bedingfield 3A, Farmville Central 3A, and also not just Green Central, also Kinston's in this conference with Green Central. I'm gonna go ahead and run this one down. This is a heavy hitter conference for the 3A, and in the 2A, Tarboro is a powerhouse. Kinston is a powerhouse. Green Central looks great this year. Even in basketball and all other sports, this conference is loaded. It's gonna be a great season. All right, moving on to our next conference, South Lenore joins the East Central 3A, 4A conference. Something they're a little familiar with, but look, they join Heidi Trask, Pender, Clinton, East Duplin, and Southwest Onslow. Thorpe, give me the rundown. What you see in this conference?
Man, so you got one of the great things about, high school football is, coaching transition, man. Heidi Trask is coming to the first year with a new head football coach. Southwest Onslow's coming in with a familiar face, an alumnus. Yep. He's coming in to kind of put his staple on it, man. And when it comes to the, Pender and second year coaching in Clinton with Coach Boykin, man, and Pender, Pender gonna run the football. They're gonna be successful, man. And they're putting themselves in a position to be successful in that conference, but play good competition.
All right, our last conference to update you on is Jones Senior in the Coastal Plains Conference. It's a 1A, 2A conference. Jones Senior joins Northside Pytown, which is 1A, East Carteret 2A, Lejeune 2A, Pamlico County 2A, Southside 2A. I'm gonna talk about this one right quick. I went to the conference meeting. This is a battle-tested conference. The small guys, the underdogs, the teams that get overlooked, but they play tough, gritty football. Oh, yeah. Northside, East Carteret's gonna be strong. Southside's got my man Coach Q starting off with his head coaching career there. Pamlico, Lejeune. Jones has his hands full, but I think Jones fits into this conference very well, and this is something to watch out for Jones.
I agree 100%, man. I think Jones will have the opportunity to be successful and compete. I really do.
And that's our conferences, but let's go ahead and break down one more new changes before we get into our real game day segments. The RPI is now the only factor that gets you into the playoffs. In the previous years, if you won your conference, that's an automatic bid. Not this year. Your RPI, which consists of winning percentage, opponent's win percentage, and opponent's winning percentage, creates a formula that ranks you in your classification. Based off that classification is depending on what teams makes the playoffs, right? Quickthorpe, what do you think about that? And what changes have you seen so far because of that?
Man, I think it's a breath of fresh air. No more headaches for the football programs, man. No more headaches for the head coaches, man. You schedule, and you base your schedule off of who you feel like you can compete with, but you also know that the RPI is the deciding factor in which you're seeding, and making sure that you align that and be able to put yourself in a position to be successful. But I think it's a great thing because it puts the pressure on the coaches to make sure that you schedule competition that's going to align you with the expectations that you have for your football program for that year.
Not winning your conference and not automatically making the playoffs sounds crazy, but look guys, the system was broken.
Yes.
You had split conferences that had Franklin County, I'm gonna call them out. Franklin County every year got a #1 seed and they had a losing record. They were 27th in an RPI, 32 teams make the playoffs, and they were getting a first round seed, a first round seed for that conference, and they were being seeded in the top 10.
Yeah,
they didn't deserve it. Now the deserving teams get the ball.
I agree.
Get the best chance to make their playoff.
I agree, 100%, man. 100%. You got to play the best to be the best, man.
Let's get him rolling to game day. You ready?
I'm ready, dog. Let's do it.
And now we got something coming for you, something new, something you're going to love, something special. We're going to have this every week, every game day show. We will have News Sports, the feature. This week, we sit down with the Norfolk North Hawks and talk about Larry Dale, year 3.
For nearly 2 decades, Norfolk North football has lived in the shadows. But brick by brick, Dale began reshaping the culture. By year 2, the Hawks went 4-7, reached the playoff, pulled off signature wins against Wallace Rose Hill, Southwest Onslow, and a rival South Lenore.
I've been in the weight room, a little bit of footwork, film study, quit. I got defensive vision, and I'm patient. It's been good. He's been being patient with us. He works with us, He keeps faith in us. I'm going to go out there and give 1,000% every play till my cleats fall off, until they fall apart.
While Warren anchors the defense and the offense, another senior, Devin Gray, embodies what Dale's program has become.
Yes, so I think last season was a introduction to that. Like I had someone in front of me, but we did half and half just about. So I think it was an introduction. It was like a learning season, and it was big. It felt like a dream. You can beat anyone. Don't go into the game thinking that you're gonna lose, because that's how you lose. I spent 110% on the field, and always have your eyes on me.
But for Dale, year 3 isn't just about players stepping up. It's about a foundation he's been building since day 1. Discipline, stability, and community buy-in.
I mean, the long-term plan was to get discipline in there, some stability. And it's just, when you're in year 3, everything's a little easier. It's a little easier to know, hey, how to communicate to the athletic director, to where to order sand from, to, how to cut the grass and the weather. And throughout now, year 3, we know those little nuances. One of the big things is how spread out my boundaries are, right? So just getting kids here on a daily basis, getting parents here for parent meetings and stuff like that, just because of logistics. That is probably, one of the bigger things besides, the anomalies that happened. The emotion on the players after that game, you could see everything that they went through the last 2 years came together. Like, oh, coach, we get it. This is why we do what we do. This is why we fought through all the adversity. Before I got here was sometimes when they met tough challenges, they didn't always fight back. And that's not us anymore. We're going to fight to the last whistle. A couple that have stuck throughout the spring and through the summer, it's getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Pressure makes diamonds has been a big one of us. If we don't push ourselves, we'll never get to that we want to be. And so those are the 2 things all summer that we've really pushed and preached about.
Under Larry Dale, Norfolk North is fighting to change its story. Year 3 is here, and the foundation is built.
Hey man, year 3 is here with us. Larry Dale has been through the fire, been through the stones. He's getting it together. I'm very excited what that team's going to see. Big shout out to Danny Perez for the video and the edits. He does a great job with us. Let's go ahead and get into the weather report. Probably the most important segment this week because of the hurricane going on. So let's go ahead and jump into that. It is brought to you by Stallings. Let's see what's going on this Friday night. All right, this Friday night, we actually look pretty good. The lows of a 66, highs of the 84. It's gonna feel humid. It's gonna feel like 85, and it is humid. It's gonna be 70% humidity, as well with a little northeast wind, 7 miles per hour. Again, this is our weather segment brought to you by Stallings Heating and Air. Thank you, Stallings, for everything you do for us. In our first game this week, APA gets their first home game, and they're facing Maryland School of the Deaf. They're actually not the first game of their season. They won in Blacksburg in Tennessee this last week against Evangelist. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm sorry if I screwed that up. But they got a big win, and now they get to see if they can keep the momentum rolling this week at home. Green Central versus North Lenore. This is always game one. This is a big one. The Battle of Browntown. This has got some, fireworks for it. Both teams don't really like each other. They don't get along, and they shouldn't. They're 10 miles away from each other. Let's go ahead and jump into their kids. On the Green Central kids, DeJuan Cobb, running back. Hey, this kid is explosive, complete. He has the potential to be one of the best backs in the state. Watch out for DeJuan Cobb. Next guy, Craig Whitley. DeJuan Cobb has the potential of being one of the best guys in the state because of guys like Craig Whitley. Craig Whitley moves people, he makes holes, he makes opportunities, he shows up, he takes the game serious. He is what you want on that line. Green Central has a great line.
He's massive.
Big.
He's massive, man. He's a massive kid.
On the other side, on the Hawk side, a new guy that we haven't talked about much is RJ Warren. RJ Warren is going to be a guy that's going to be on both sides of the field. He's a dude. I've been talking to some assistant coaches. This guy is going to turn some heads and shock a lot of people. Thorpe, what do you think about these three guys I just gave you?
Man, so I'm very familiar with the Green Central guys, of course, man. Just, spending my great deal of time there, man. And DeJuan, man, physical downhill runner,
Yes.
man. And he does have a lot of patience, man. He's able to believe in this offensive line and allow them to finish blocks so he can be able to, get to the next level and be able to make players miss. Craig, big physical, huge, massive kid.
Yeah.
Runs feet. It has a serious nasty streak. And takes pride in wanting to finish blocks.
Yes.
When it goes to our last guy, man, I don't know much about him, but one thing I can tell about him is he has a tremendous amount of heart. He believes in North and North.
And he's put together pretty well.
Yeah,
he looks good.
He's an action figure, man.
Yeah, he looks good.
He's an action figure. He's a great looking kid, and he's a great athlete.
Watch out for RJ Warren tonight, number 11 for North Lenore.
Yes, sir.
All right, Thor, let's break it down a little bit more. Let's go to the next level. What are your three keys to winning?
I'll start with GC's keys to winning. They got to control the line of scrimmage the entire game. That's their game. That's what they do successfully. They run the football. They utilize the play action to be able to get the receivers active. They got to set the standard at the beginning of the football game and sustain the standard the whole time.
What about the flip side? What the Hawks got to do?
The Hawks just got to weather the storm, man. They got to be able to compete with those bigs. They got to be able to stop that run game, man. And they got to be willing to start off with a winning pedigree. First time in a long time. So they need to be able to put themselves in a position to be successful.
Go ahead. Who's your X factor for this game? Who is the make or break player for this game?
Josh Settner. Josh Settner is the X factor for this game because a lot of times people like to cover up the box when they play Green Central, 8, 9 in the box, and they want to take away the run. Josh is going to have to set the tone and be able to attack the defense down the field and be able to take shots when needed and have to be efficient, man. And he also has to be a threat out of the backfield also.
Before I give my analyst, let's go ahead and finish it off. How do you see this game playing out? Just the we're not going to let you predict this year. I just want to know, how do you see these two teams matching up? How do you see this game? What's the first half going to look like?
Man, and being a football coach, man, the first half is going to be really slow. And it's going to be really slow just because, it's the first competition. The kids have to get the jitters out. They have to work through the couple of kinks that they haven't been able to kind of fine-tune through scrimmages. But I see it being a very even kill battle up until one team just makes the decision to go ahead and surpass the other.
All right, and here's my analyst. Here's my prediction of the game. I really, 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 really like this Green Central team. They have a lot coming back. They are a overlooked dark horse team in the 3A East. I really believe in this team this year. They have a tough schedule. We're going to see what they're made of every week, and I love their offensive line. I've said this over and over. I feel like they're solid in every single position at minimum.
I agree.
You bring that together with experience,
I agree.
with the pedigree of winning on their JV years, and put it all together of everybody returning from last year.
Oh, yeah.
That is a success for a winning program.
Oh, yeah.
North Lenore on the flip side, losing Malik Fuller, Jack Heron, West Broadway, a lot of holes to fill in right there. Hey, next man up, no excuses.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for somebody to be great, man.
If I'm giving my prediction, I think Green Central starts hot, and I think it's early.
Yeah.
And I got Green Central winning big on this one. And now one of the best games in the East. I did create the script. I don't know why they're not our game of the week, but whatever. This is a huge game. Kinston goes to South Central for the first game of the year. Kinston has lost to South Central the first 2 games for the last 2 years, so this is something to keep an eye on. Kinston's 3A, South Central 7A. Let's go ahead and jump into their players. For their first player, Tyreek Copper, a D1 player, committed to NC State, has the complete package. He tore it up last year, caught 1,300 yards, like 77 catches, like 16 touchdowns. He was unstoppable, took Kinston to the 4th round. He's got great chemistry with his quarterback. On the flip side, hey, Swiss Army knife that's going to go under the radar, Bobby Williams. He can catch his balls. He can play in different spots. He plays both sides of the ball. This is a guy to watch out for South Central, along with their very, very, very big defensive ends. My third guy is Tyler Jones. And Thorpe, I got to stop you right there. This is our Chances Scott most important player of the week. Chance, join us on the show.
My man Thorpe, what's up? Long time no see.
What's going on, man? Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm actually happy to be here, man. Kicking it with the guys, man, talking a little football, man. Being able to share the wealth, brother.
Yeah, man, my player of the week is going to be the Kinston quarterback, Tyler Jones. Look, last year he threw for just over 200 yards, but he had 2 costly turnovers that really kind of killed the game, got the game out of reach for him, and they're on a 2-game losing streak to the South Central Falcons. So I think this game's got to be all in the hands of Tyler Jones. He's improved much more. He looks much more comfortable in this Kinston offense compared to where he was last year at this time. To me, he's got to have a clean game, over 250-plus yards. Pretty excited to see what Tyler Jones produces this week.
Hey, and that's Tyler Jones for you, man. We've seen him all last year get better every single game. Last year, Chance is right. Last year, a lot fell on his shoulders, and I don't think he was quite ready yet. And that's no disrespect to him. He got better every single game. What I have seen from him is he's ready now. And he threw for 3,000 yards last year, almost 32 touchdowns. I could be a little bit off from that. It's either 27 or 32. But he was top 10 in the state in passing. This guy's a stud, man. He's got a prototype. He's got the prototype body. He can run a little bit. He's getting better in the pocket. Thorpe, you know this guy. You work with him all the time. He's your quarterback. You've been coaching a long time. Is this the best quarterback you've coached?
Man, Tyler 100% is the best pocket quarterback that I've ever coached, man. I mean, from the progression of when he first came into the building until now, man, he takes strides every single day because it matters to him, man.
Right.
Learning the progressions, getting more efficient with his progressions, learning the sweet spots for his receivers, learning what his offensive line needs as far as when him moving the pocket to be able to help them with protection. He's just a complete all-around football player, man. And then at the end of the day, man, he's an amazing kid, man. Amazing kid, man.
I agree. I love Tyler, man. He's a great kid. I've seen his work ethic. I've seen his progression.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into this matchup. What do you got? What is the keys for South Central to win this game?
For South Central to win this football game, they have to create identity on the defense side of the ball. They have to be able to dive into the new playbook and the new scheme that Coach Jamon Phillips is bringing
Shout
to
out
the
to Coach
program.
Phillips.
Yes, sir. GC graduate. But they have to buy into what he's selling. They have to believe in that system, and then they have to attack it each day, and they have to make sure that they're prepared to take away whatever it is that the Kinston offense will bring to the game.
On the flip side, what do you guys have to do, Kinston High, to win this game?
Create an offense identity right away. A lot of times when you're evaluating Kinston in the past couple of years, you see us as a throw-it-around football team and a team that just wants to spread it out and throw the football 30 to 40 times. We want to create an identity where we're a balanced attack. We show you that we can run the football, we show you can pass the football, and we show we can take advantage of what you consider to be and exploit those matchups that you may leave out there by basically just, having a deficient athlete at some position.
What's the one player that's the X factor for this game? Chance Dunn gave his most important player for the week. Do you agree with him, or are you going another guy?
Man, I'm going to go a different way, man. I'm going to go Genesis Wiggins. Genesis Wiggins, man, one of the best athletes that I've laid eyes on in a very long time, man.
Yeah.
And he's going to be playing in multiple positions.
Yeah.
He's going to touch the footballs in multiple ways, and he just needs to be prepared to make those plays, man. And if he makes those plays, he's going to be the difference in that football game.
All right, we're going to keep it the same. Before I give my analyst and prediction, How does this game start? How do these teams match up? What is the physicality of this game going to be like? What do you think?
Man, I think it's going to be a very physical, and I think it's going to be a very emotional game. Just because, Coach Ryan Bowie, first-year head coach at South Central, coming from up underneath the Ryan Giesman coaching tree, and his brother being the defensive coordinator at Kinston, it's called somewhat of the Bowie Bowl, man. So it'll be very emotional on that connection piece, and then looking in the mirror, running the same front as far as the defense, running similar offenses with the air raid principles, man. It'll be what you consider to be a very, very competitive and emotional game, and it'll come down to who makes the right decisions at the right time.
I have high belief in both these teams because both of them had two great friends of mine. The offensive coordinator on one side of Kinston High and the defensive coordinator on the other side, Jemine Phillips. Two of my brothers that I know loves the game, eats, sleep, drinks football, and I also believe in what they know. And this is going to be a great game, and it's going to be a game between Kinston's offense and South Central's defense. I don't think South Central's offense is quite ready yet. Again, a new system, new coach, everything changes. Kinston's rolling right now. Kinston's rolling. They still have to get over, some chemistry, not necessarily chemistry, but it's the first game of the season. There's going to be false starts. There's going to be holding. There's going to be stuff they got to get over. My analyst for this game, I think South Central's defensive line, who's returning two 10-sack guys that are huge, is going to make a big difference in the first quarter of the game. I think Kinston absorbs the punch and fights back, and I think Kinston takes this game. But they have to be able to absorb that first quarter punch. I've watched Tyler Jones in 3 preseason scrimmages this year. He is not the Tyler Jones from last year, that week 1 against South Central. He stays in the pocket. He knows when to get flushed out the pocket. He is poised. He's not making throws off his back foot. This is the game to watch, guys. Kinston High, it's time. It's time. Let's roll to our next game.
It is.
And now our game of the week, while we're here at the South Side and Deep Run, here to look at the South North Blue Devils as they host our own Jones Sr. and Stephen Perry. This is going to be a great matchup. Let's get ahead and jump into the guys to watch out for this game. With South Lenore, hey, look, we have a lot to learn about this South Lenore team. A lot got put together at the last minute, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. The guys to look after, Christian Wooten, sophomore. He is an athlete, probably the best athlete of the team. They got to find ways to get him the ball. Next guy, for the Jones Senior side, this is my guy, Cam McKinney. Cam's my guy, man. They came by the office. We talked. He's an athlete. I watched him last year. He is the motor of this team. If Jones Senior wins, it's going to be through Cam. The third guy, which is one of my X factor, is the quarterback, Gage Mustasha. Hey, man. This ain't football related, but he came by the office. This is my dude. What's up, Gage? Gage is a cool guy. I think he's got heart. I think he's going to come out there and fight. He's going to be the quarterback and play some defensive side. Good luck to both of you, all three guys. I'm excited to see this game because I want to see one of the teams win. I want to see the success hit there. Thorpe, what do you think about these players?
Man, I think they're all exceptional athletes, man. I think that they're very, very vital to their football programs and the style of football that they play. With Jones being able to be versatile, coming from 8 and going to 11, and that transition and being able to play 2 styles of ball, I think it gives them what you consider to be a leeway when it comes to the versatility that they have. And when it comes to South Lenore, man, they believe in running the football. Yeah, they believe they can run the football, and I feel like this is going to be a great time and a great game to be able to showcase their ability to do that.
All right, give me your South Lenore's key to win.
South Lenore key to win. Establish a winning tradition. Let's find a way to start the year with a victory and be able to build on that. Coach Proctor coming to his second year, came in a little late last year, so it was kind of hard to get all his pieces in place. This year, it's been a year round, had an offseason with the guys, and it's time to have an opportunity to be able to start with a winning tradition and be able to start the year with a win.
Flip side, what does Coach Perry have to do with the Trojans to get Jones Sr. a win?
Man, just be eager to win. Just be eager to win. Sometimes watching Jones last year, it was just, they're 1 to 2 plays away from being victorious. And they just need to get over that hump this year. Believe in their system, believe in the coaching additions that they added, and being able to instill what you consider to be ability to be successful within the program and within that game plan for the week.
Who's the X factor for this game?
The new addition, Coach Bobby Griffin.
Nice.
He brings what you consider to be a different level of mental capacity to the football program. He was once a head coach at Pamlico, And he's going to bring in versatility when it comes to being able to coach up the guys, being able to make adjustments. And I think if they buy into what Coach Bobby is giving on that Jones side, I think those guys will be successful.
I love that pick, Thorpe. I don't know him personally, but I've been in the same room with him a couple times. I can tell he has tremendous respect from coaches around him, which says a lot about
Great
him.
Great coach, man. Great guy.
All
Great
right.
coach, man.
How does this game go? How does it start? How do you see these two teams clashing?
Man, I see them clashing in straight clouded us football. And I feel like, man, we may see a 0-0 at halftime. And it's just because defenses are going to be playing physical, and it's going to be a lot of good coaching going on. And I think that it'll come down to 1 to 2 drives when it comes to who will win this football game. And it's just who executes and who finishes.
I'm right there with you. I'm going to keep this simple. I like both teams. Somebody's going to win. I love what Jones Senior's building. I love the effort and enthusiastic and job that Coach Perry's doing.
I agree.
Coach Proctor was put in a bad spot, and he has his full offseason this year. Expect the Blue Devils to look better. Expect this game to be a good game.
Yes, sir.
But it's going to be a simple game. Whoever has the least amount of turnovers will win the game. This is it. Obviously, whoever has the most points, but whoever has the least amount of turnovers will win this game. And I'm going to give my nod to the South Side. I'm going with deep run. I think Cam McKinney's going to give South Lenore all they want.
No, yeah.
But I think Christian Wooten's going to do the same with South Lenore and headed up on Jones. So I got South Lenore to win this one, a big one, a big win for South Lenore, as they haven't got too many wins in the last couple of years. It's not set in stone. Could be the opposite way for Jones Senior.
I agree.
So we got some great football going on, and we got one more segment for you guys before we end the show. We sit down in our coach's corner with Jaden Willis, and he sits down with Kinston's coach, Coach Ryan Gieselman.
All right, Coach. The first question I got for you today is, how has the summer treated your team? What are the key takeaways that you got from it?
I think we had a real good summer. We started off at FCA camp, and every time we've done that, we got some good things out of there. More than football, and that's the way we started our summer. We finished second there, and then just competed all summer long. And I finished the summer off winning the Marvin Jarman at Rose, and that was big for our program because we've been, I guess, close last year, and then got the early boot the year before that, and so the third year going there, winning it was big. Went to state, that's where Rick got his offer, and then competed really well without, like, I guess you'd say, our dudes at ECU at Beast of the East, early in the summertime, and that was big. A lot of growth for our team there. So I think our summer's been really, really good for us.
That's good. So when we watch Kinston football this year, what are some players that we need to know?
Yeah, I mean, you start at quarterback position, Tyler Jones, because if it's not Tyler Jones, Brennan Chambers and Tyreek and are gonna get the stats that they want, and or they can earn, and the running back position, Genesis Wiggins, LJ Sumter, a bunch of linemen returning, led by Marshawn Pollard, big senior lineman for us. So if you don't have good line play, you're gonna struggle. So that's big to have returners there. And then defensively, you got Xavier Kroom, Man Poole, Christian Ham. So we returned quite a bit from last year, and hopefully the experience that we got last year playing in the fourth round of playoffs, we can build off that and not live off that. Like, we've got to build off of it. It's all about this 2025 season. 2024 doesn't matter anymore, and I think our guys understand that.
All right, Coach. So how does it feel to coach against a former colleague on Friday?
It's great for your coaching tree. When you got a guy that was on your staff, now a head coach, and Coach Bowie, Coach Bowie and Bowie, because you got Corey and Ryan over there. Ryan being the head coach, Corey being the wide receiver, grass man, paint man, connoisseur over there. Feels gonna look really good Friday night. Excited about it. It's fun. They weren't able to scrimmage, so we didn't trade tape. So it's going to be an interesting week in prep, and it's been fun because going back, just kind of thinking about, like, knowing Ryan, what I feel like he'd do, and then going against his brother Tyler, so you got that relationship. So Tyler's our defensive coordinator, who's on my staff, and you got Ryan calling offense, who's the head coach. So it's going to be a fun night Friday night. Very, very exciting, especially week one to kick your season off.
So how big is it to start the season with a W on Friday?
Oh, it's everything. It's one of our goals. It starts the school year off. We go to school the following Monday, and that's how you want to start your school year off, with a bunch of momentum, and week one win is huge.
All right, and that's our quick segment with Jaden and the coaches that we'll see every week. Big shout out to the sponsors, Patino Painting and Harvey Dental. And not just that, our very last thing before we leave, here's our staff predictions brought to you by Sandpiper Seafood and Blizzard's Contract and Flooring. All right, guys, that's it. Before I leave you, one more big shout out to all of our sponsors. Big shout out to our title sponsors, Bojangles, as well as the rest of the guys I got to read off. There's so many. Stallings Heating and Air, Sandpiper Seafood, Blizzard's Contract, Patina Painting, Harvey Dental, Chris Humphrey for NC House, Salone for a Hasty Mart, Superstars Athletics, East Coast Power Lightning, Kennedy Cemetery, Brian West Jewelers, Sugar Hero Pizza, Captain's Corners, Chris Humphrey Allstate, 32 Below, Inflatable World. And guys, we got football. It's Friday night.
Yes,
we're here. Somebody's got to lose. Somebody's got to win. And it's time. It's time. Hey guys, that's all I got for you. I'm Trey Scott.
It's that time.
I'm Trey Scott.
I'm Vincent Thorpe.
We'll see you next week.